What is going on, everyone? We are back at the Philly Frenzy podcast. We have a special guest in my name, Oreo. But real quick, before we let Oreo introduce himself and talk a little bit, let's play something.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
All right, so we played the
What are we playing, Matt?
we played the line that you had Oreo say last time he was on. Motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking planes. Gonna have some fun tonight. So in the 2K community, Oreo is known as sounding like Samuel L. Jackson, thanks to Jelly for bringing that to light. Oreo, you were drafted to Cleveland in the first round of the past 2K League draft. Just run through your emotions real quick.
My bad. Hold on. Let me the sound going in and out for me. I'm gonna come right back.
All right.
The sound is going in and out.
So while we're waiting on Oreo, having some technical difficulties. When Oreo gets back,
Can you hear me?
yes, sir.
All right. I'm sorry. What you said?
All right. So you were drafted in the first round of Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just take us on the emotions that went through, the first couple minutes of hearing your name being called to Cleveland?
I know you cried when you got off the camera.
Nah, I'm not one to cry, but my emotion was like I was shocked. I was like surprised for real, because of course, before they picked me, the coach called me. He was like, "Hey, we're gonna take you next pick," and but like when I seen his name on my phone, I was like, "What? Ain't no way they gonna take me right here." I even told, like, you seen the video with me and all my teammates. Before that video, I left the room at like the 18th pick. So I'm going to the bathroom because no way such and such picked me, no way Cass picked me, no way the Studs finna pick me. So and then I get a call. I'm like, "Oh snap! Let me run back to the room. They finna pick me." So I was like, I was surprised. But when it happened, it was like, dang, like it's for real now.
Surprised? I wasn't surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not surprised.
I was surprised because Austin wasn't one of the guys that I'm trying to say this. After I had interviews with the Cavs, they weren't really one of the teams that I talked to like continuously, like I did with a couple other teams.
What did they say? What did they say about the draft? Just because you didn't get interviewed by somebody doesn't mean you're not gonna get picked by them.
Another Organ told me that too.
I was expecting to go higher than 21.
Well, I was expected to go second, third round.
Well, you're sitting there, and I'm trying to figure out a way to word this, and it doesn't sound stupid. So you're sitting there, you just got drafted to Cleveland, and they're coming up on the third round, and you see Fakey still on the board. Were you getting excited that there could be a Fakey Oreo reunion in the league?
Look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. In my interviews, Fakey name was always a name I brought up in my interviews. I always wanted, because we always had to play together, and he told me I was always in his interviews. So like we was trying to make that happen, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
It came close, and I mean that would have been something to be really.
Yeah, that would have been something.
That would have been something to watch. I mean, not only just on the stage, but also in off the stage where you guys doing content together.
Yes.
Now I know you.
That's my boy. My boy.
I know you've seen my power rankings, and I got Cleveland a little low. You got anything you want to fire at me? Having Cleveland sitting
too low. You got them way too low.
I mean, I ain't got nothing really to fire. It's all based off.
I got you sitting at 14 right now.
It's opinion based. I think we better than a couple of those teams. I can't remember your power rankings exactly, but I think
I had you guys at like 11 or 10. So I had you a little bit higher than that.
I think we're in that range between far as paper wise. Nobody touching the game. Just looking at players, looking at talent, looking at what team is what, how we match up. I feel like we're in that middle range. we're not like top 5, but after that we can go anywhere.
I want to say this. I feel like the Cavs upgraded. Obviously, they upgraded a lot when they got Fab. But
Oh yeah,
the
they
guys
not.
that they brought,
That was a that was
a huge
yeah, that was
upgrade. Huge upgrade. Okay, they got the I think the third best point guard in the entire league.
I'll tell you this, they won't. Cavs ain't gonna be 3-13 this year.
No, I feel like
No.
that it was a huge upgrade. I feel like you guys are gonna make a lot of noise. You guys are gonna have a good playoff run.
Yeah,
great playoff run. You know, like you guys upgraded even the positions. Like I knew about a lot of the guys on the team. Like I was friends with Savage, Doze, and them. But I feel like of what they got in the draft wise too, that you guys upgrade a lot in the positions. Like I think you guys got a solid core, and even with Big Rim coming off the bench or whatnot, whatever the situation is going to be, the lineup, you guys have a good rotation where you can plop in different guys in certain areas where you guys don't have. I feel like you guys don't have like a weak point that you can really pinpoint and be like, all right, let's attack that.
Yep. I mean, it's laid out for us. Like as far as me, Mario, Marcus, Strainer gonna do it. Strainer, like Fab gonna put up his numbers regardless. He's not gonna f up too much for real. Like I mean that has been his thing ever since he started playing the game. So it really is for us to put, you know what I'm saying, help him out as much as we can. That's all I'm worried about.
I mean, he's gonna give you at least 30 a game, Fab, off the bench.
Yep.
I haven't seen Marcus play really at all. I haven't seen him practicing at all. That was the only thing that I was a little skeptical about with you guys, is that I haven't seen Marcus play. But obviously, you guys have a certain amount of time because they haven't obviously announced the date when the league's going to start, when you guys are moving in and everything like that. Because they're still working on the build, I believe, correct?
Yeah, we haven't got those yet.
Yeah, so they're probably still working on the build. You guys are probably plenty of time to guys like mesh together and everything, which is good. Because even though you guys are playing like these scrims and stuff like that, I feel like it's not going to be the same.
It's not the same at all. That's why some teams not even playing. Right now we're just going through our COVID test so we can move in.
Yeah. Now, have you guys been really consistently scrimmaging teams, or no? Not really, not that much?
I think that we played like 2 nights, and that was it. We're not worried about playing it because right now anymore, for real. We're not worried about playing it. It's gonna be a lot different anyway. So guys will just know they spending this time with their family while they can. Because the next 5-6 months is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be with a bunch of dudes
on lockdown.
Yeah.
Now, what? Now you. I want to know this. Are you a little hurt they had to change your name from Oreo to D-Law?
Am I hurt?
A little hurt. Are you working? Are you guys? Is the Cavs doing something for you? Reaching out to Oreo? Be like, we got a great guy. He sounds like Samuel Jackson. He can be a commercial. You can do everything. You can have cookies falling out of the compartments of a plane and saying, "I hate these cookies on this plane." Stuff like.
Hey, unfortunately, no, we're not doing too much right now. It's really see what I do. If I stand out, I had that crazy year, and I continue doing that, and I come back extreme, I get partner, I might be able to, go back to Oreo. But until then, I mean, the guys on the team, the coach, people in the league, they don't see D-Law. They just see D-Law as that's a name tag. They gonna call me Oreo regardless, but it hurt.
Right, like they did that with all the guys because the branding wise, right? Any guys that had close names to brands, everybody had to change the name. Like I know they made Guns change his name to Hezzy because the violence kind of thing, stuff like that. So like there's a majority of you guys that had to change your names. Now D-Law, that's actually your name,
Scott
right?
Cole. He say D-Law.
Yeah.
Like who was that?
D-Law. D-Law. I know it's your initials and your last name and stuff like that. So I was just thinking. I was like, oh man, what was it? It was a Dev that dude. I can't remember.
Yeah, Dev the dude. It hurt.
It hurt.
I just want to be Oreo.
Yeah.
So this pre-draft, you got to play alongside Cooks. Cooks, this pre-draft showed that he's one of the best players in retail, point guard wise, offensively and defensively. Now you get to go to the league and you get to play with, to me, the highest IQ point guard in the league. Do you consider yourself a little lucky getting to play alongside Cooks and then going from Cooks to Fab?
Man, if you like me being drafted to play with a guy like somebody like Fab, he not only been like it's not like he just started doing this. He been doing this since like it's like 2K9. Like he always been that guy, the high IQ, talent wise, best. He like no matter what game it is, he always been one of the best at it at guard. I mean, I consider it's really a blessing. Rather me than to get a project PG. I already got an established PG. I know what he gonna bring. He know how the system work. He know how the league work. He know other teams. He know how to do like a lot of experience with Fab. Like it's really a blessing to go play with somebody like this.
Now we all watched him when he played with Slight Work. You know, we watched him in the retail scene when he was playing. Uh, he's not really a very high communicative guy. I mean, he does sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but when you have scrimmaged with him, does he? I know we talked about this before we went live, but does he? You know, he brings the intensity when he has to, when the position's called for.
Yeah, I want to say like in the army, you got this, you got the general that's yelling this and that. Fab more, his voice not gonna change throughout the game, but he gonna tell you if you mess up or even before you mess up, he gonna tell you how to do this thing, how he wants you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to that point, so the next time you'll be ready. He just one of those guys like he's not gonna yell, he's not gonna you know what I'm saying be super intense, but he gonna tell you right from wrong right away.
Now, have you had to change your game up? Like playing with Cooks and all those guys. You know, it's kind of more of you play your style because everyone
Mm-hmm.
is swinging out the corners. You know, this and that. You guys kind of play a little bit more loose. It's a little bit more of I don't want to say tight, or it's a little bit more structured when you're playing with Fab and the rest of the guys. Is it a different type of game style, different kind of speed? You think?
Honestly, that's the reason why they draft me. You know what I'm saying? 21st pick, trainer, all the boys. They were telling me like, we want you behind the big role to play your game. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how I am. Like I'm gonna be that guy yelling. I'm intense. I'm gonna be blitzing the guard. I'm gonna be 10. I'm gonna steal this pass. I'm gonna jump this pass. Somebody rotate for me. I'm gonna rotate for you. They just want me to play my game. So I mean, defensive wise, it's nothing changing. They want me to be me.
I got you. Now, what about the offensive side of the game? Is he more just looking for the pick and rolls? Is he calling plays kind of thing when you scrimmage with him, or and he's letting you work out the corner kind of thing, or is it more?
I mean, I wish the league was like it was in retail,
Right,
or even if the league bill was similar to what was in scrim.
right,
Like if I got an opportunity to put the ball on the ground, make something happen, I'm gonna make it shake. Like Fab has no problem. No Fab has no problem with that at all.
okay,
But we'll see how the league bill go. I mean,
right.
I like I said, they want me to be me. I'm not gonna change who I am, but I know when to do it in a certain time, but not to do it. But we'll see how the league bill is if I can do the same. It's not gonna be the same as retail. So
Right.
I mean, offensive wise, it'll be him calling. It'll be him calling stuff. He's not the guy to just sit around pick and roll. I mean, when you
Right.
talk about Fab, it's like Bear and Fab IQ wise up there. They always
Right.
want to try different sets. All right, they
Right.
stopping this. All right, they ain't see this yet. So like that's
Right.
why that's nothing I like about Fab, especially like having a sharp like strainer top three, top four, whatever sharp in the league.
Hmm.
Next like this I got a damn good backcourt. So like
Right.
they call a lot of stuff for each other.
Okay. Yeah, because that's why I want to like for the viewers and stuff like that. Because like, a lot of people they you watch the league and everything. You don't really hear the comms. You hear the commentating and stuff like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they dive in to hear what they're saying, but at that time it's usually like a timeout or something like that. People don't really see the play calling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a lot more play calling than you think it is. Correct?
Yeah,
Correct me
and,
if I'm
and, and
wrong.
and most of the time, that's why like when I started playing with players like this, that's why it was aggravating to play with. I'm not gonna say their names, but some of the guys are pro am because it's the little stuff really matters. So like sometimes, like I said, Fab's not the most communicative guy, but like he gonna say like, hey, like if you one step closer this way, or if you up like if you in this exact spot instead of being over here, 2 steps to the right, I can hit you, be wide open. It's like little stuff like that. That you know what I'm saying, get an open shot, it just changes the game.
Right. It's just a different level once you start
Yeah.
playing with a seasoned, veteran like Fab. I got you. Okay. Good, Matt. I'm talking a lot.
I know, and you said you weren't gonna ask questions, but I'm cool with it because I'm getting to relax and listen to you and Oreo talk.
No,
Were you? I'm trying to watch what questions I ask because I don't want to put you in a spot to where it could hurt you. But were you surprised that?
don't ask that question.
All right, so I'll do it this way. Are you surprised that all 5 from ENG was not drafted on draft night?
I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't surprised. I think Cooks and Dietrich knew they was borderline. The Tories put himself in a good position before playing with ENG to play with Chalk. Like Chalk even said himself, him and Shots went out before the draft to play with guys they already wanted to pick up, and they wanted to see how that worked out. And it worked out for the Tories. But Cooks and Dietrich knew they was borderline. Cooks still told me to this day saying why I didn't draft him. He had like I had power or something. But but like those guys knew, so it's not surprising.
Oh, that's the little arguments you guys are having. Okay, I get it. I was a little lost on that. You know, I was like, I put out that video. Why can't all we just be friends?
You know, yeah, he trolled me to this day, but they know they was borderline. Could have went either way, but they know next year. But we keep doing what we doing. I'll probably play with Chris again next few draft.
Oh, you're coming back. See, that was my next question there, Oreo. I want my team back. What's going on?
You know, with a few adjustments, you know what I'm saying? I might come back, get Cooks his spot in the league and Dietrich his spot.
Listen, this is how I put it. You're in the league. You guys all want to make it to the league. If you have a better position and you're going to play with some other league guys, then you guys got to do that. You know what I mean? I would like to have you back, but you guys need to be in the best positions possible to get back if you don't get retained, which I don't see that happening. But that's my opinion. My opinion, everybody. But yeah, I would like you guys to come back because I need that energy. I watched the stream the other night. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't hear anybody yelling. I didn't hear anybody saying nothing.
You know, that's probably why I cut their stream off mid game. I'm like, yeah.
It was bad. But all right, let's get back to you. Now, have you guys? I don't know. If you can say this, have you guys been able to look at the builds or tell us anything about the builds that are going to be?
We won't see anything for a minute. I know we won't see anything for a couple weeks actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty darn close to preseason start. But yeah, as it is, I guess.
What number you going with?
Took that right out of my mouth.
That's crazy. I think I chose 20. I chose my football number. I chose 28. I'm a big 28 fan.
What's the significance behind the number 28?
You know, it's been my number on my jersey since high school. I wore it in college. I love watching Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon, one of my favorite running backs to watch. Him and Warwick Dunn. I always watch Melvin Gordon, so I just always wore 28. So I said I might as well just keep it.
Has there been any discussions on what position you're going to play?
No, it's pretty much we know. Like after our first scrim, like second night of scrim, we was like, "We gonna do this. Let's no." Well, a couple guys said, "Let's try this," and then we had our coach, not our coach, but one of our team staff in the stream. He was like, "That's the lineup I had envisioned anyway," so we're just gonna run with that. So I mean, it's kind of we already knew what we wanted to do. They already knew what we wanted to do, but so it's set for pretty much.
If you can give us a prediction, I don't want to, like I said, we don't want to put you in a spot. Where do you guys think you're gonna end off the season, record-wise?
Record-wise, I don't know how many games we're gonna play, but I think we end up competing for a spot. We end up messing up a lot of people pre-rankings, like Shaq's.
I'm hoping you do.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna win it all, but we're gonna be one of those guys compete for those spots for sure.
Now they're gonna have. This is my next question. Are they gonna have jerseys available to buy once the season opens? I'm looking for my Hall of Fame jerseys.
I think so. I think I have a ton of stuff.
Um,
Oh, we lost Rob.
did we? Do how? I mean, this is kind of a stupid question because I know the person that you are, but how confident are you in yourself going into your rookie year in the league?
Man, I'm gonna say the same. I've been telling everybody ever since they asked this question, like, what's my goals, what I want to do. I see myself being one of the. I see myself being one of those guys in defense, making not like if it's not all rookie, you know what I'm saying, one of the all defensive teams in the league for sure. Being one of those guys that's not. I'm not gonna be leading the points, but like rebounding or assists, like for my position wise, leading one of those categories for the power forward position. I got you know I'm real confident in myself.
I know that's why I said I
You
don't
know
want to
I'm real
ask
confident
it.
in myself. So I see myself change the game whether I'm at the 4 or the 5 for this team.
Now, are you a little nervous? You know, you got competing against some good players in the 4 or 5 position. You got a little nerves going into the season.
Look, when I see names, that just like we got to stand where I'm from. It's not it's
I know where you're from. You play in the port, so I know where you're from.
we got to stand where I'm from. Where like I never get nervous. It's the same. I think it was. I'm gonna get a backstory before I say it. Ninth and 10th grade state championships. My one of my veterans, he's a senior at the free throw line. He had to hit some clutch free throws, and the coach was like, "It's something about don't be nervous. You know what I'm saying? We got to knock these down, this and that." He was like, "Don't worry, coach. Pressure make my meat hard." And everybody looking like, "What?" so I ain't gonna lie. Ever since he said that, I've been saying that wherever I went, wherever people like been telling me like, "Don't get nervous. Are you shaking right now?" Even I said to my Illinois coach, I said, "Pressure. I like pressure." So I mean, if I see those names, it won't make me nervous at all, man. It's gonna make my game even better.
Now, have you guys got any news? Because everybody wants to see it. If they're doing a hybrid season or not, like some on stage and some in the housing complex you guys are going to be in, or is it going to be full kind of remote play?
I have no idea. I heard a few different stories. I heard we're gonna have some. I think some of the tournaments they're gonna try to get teams in one area, like on the East Coast to one area, West
Because
Coast
I
to one
heard that the
area.
Orlando facility, the
Yeah,
AIM facility over there was opening up.
they got the Atlanta facility in New York, facility on the West Coast in Sacramento, or they're gonna try to do the playoffs in one area. But I heard a bunch of stories.
Okay.
Not sure yet. I'd say that.
Because I want to see Oreo up on those bright lights. I got to see him on stage. It's a totally different game when you see those guys on stage. I know everyone says they don't have nerves and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, being on them hot lights, like I remember, every game you would watch JT smacking on the chair and everything like that. It's gonna be different. Like me and Shaq were talking about it. Literally looking Bear the Beast staring you down the whole entire time you guys are playing, and you don't see anybody. You're comfortable, you guys. Because usually, I don't know if the Cavs have. Do you know if you guys are going to be in the same room? Or it's going to be more like how we watch like BP and them in Atlanta. They were all in kind of separate rooms. They were basically in the apartments that they had.
I think our way our apartments set up, we're gonna be in separate rooms.
Okay.
I think but actually our we'll be playing at a facility.
Okay.
So we'll be in the same room playing for game time. We'll be playing in the same facility. They call it the lair. I can't wait to see how it look for real.
I have a non-2K question. What year are you in college?
Junior year.
Are you
Going to my senior year.
Does getting to the 2K league make you non-eligible for your senior year?
I had a discussion with my head coach and one of the staff where I'm at. I play for a D3 school, so they said technically it doesn't stop anything, but like because the contract is the 2K league contract is till like the September or whatever, and that's And that's before. That's like the first week of the season. Like after that, I'll be good to continue. So I mean, it's not stopping nothing.
All right, that was one of the first things that popped in my mind when you did get drafted.
Yeah.
I was like, Oreo does play college ball. I don't know if this is going to affect, him being able to finish out his career.
Now, what is your field of study? We're gonna have Dr. Oreo.
Not here, not for me. Not me. I'm gonna get my degree, get my little bachelor, my little minor, finish, and we'll take it from there. 2K take me far as I can, and I'll let my degree take me further. I ain't staying in school them extra years to get my PhD and all that other stuff.
I thought we were gonna have a Dr. Oreo running around.
Mm-mm.
I was gonna tell you to send me the address of that office so I can tell everyone not to go there.
I will be honest. School ain't for everybody. I know for sure it ain't for me. I'm making it through, but I hate it. I tell you that much. I'm just there.
You man, I couldn't even make it through.
I hear you. I'm considered an old head in the community, so I went back to college a while after. I graduated 3 years ago from college.
Yeah, and he's about 60, so anybody out there listening, anything's possible.
Hey, yeah, but I look young and I sound young, so that's all it is. That's all matters.
Well, we don't know if you look young because you still won't put the face cam on.
Oh, I look young.
Hold on. I'll tell you.
Rob, do you have any questions for Oreo?
Oreo, you have to make that prediction correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you and the Cavs are gonna have to win the title.
You picked us to win the title?
I picked you to win the title. We can run it back to the episode because I dated it, timed it on the episode.
Oh, Rob, the day Rob met you, he said they're winning the title. When we got drafted, he said you guys are winning the title.
So whatever team Oreo goes to, that's who I'm picking to win the title.
We have Rob watch the Toxic tournament that just took place for the clan battles. Yeah. And he got to watch you. He got to watch you put on a show, and it was the first time he sat down and watched 2K, and he was like, "That dude Oreo," and then, he's a dog. He's my new favorite player.
You got to hear me lose my voice.
I think that's the day that I told everyone that you sound like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
and then Joe Lee Vegas. If you ever watch this stream, he stole it.
Yeah, he was the one that mentioned me on Twitter and said it first, I think. I was like, no way. I'm like, where this coming from?
If this whole school thing and, the whole 2K league doesn't go through, you might have, a double acting career, voiceover at least. You're good in it any way you see it,
Imagine. You want to make in the future, you got the part.
See?
Imagine that. Freak no.
If they do a remake of Pulp Fiction, it'd be perfect.
That would never get fucking remade, dude.
Me and Samuel.
You think they'd remake Pulp Fiction in this PC culture? Not a chance.
Yeah, they would just CGI Oreo's face all over the place.
All right, Oreo, I don't want to hold you up. I appreciate you coming on the show. Best of luck in your rookie year. You know I'm rooting for you. Nothing's changed since 2K18.
Nope.
If we could get you on at some point, during the season or right after the season, I'd love to have you come back on. Best of luck to you.
Stop going a little Hollywood on us. You don't
no, he just reads my DMs. He just reads my DMs and then slides into my Twitch and like, oh yeah, I didn't get a DM back from you. And then 4 days later.
Look, true story. Ever since I got
just wait till hey Matt, just wait till he gets that check mark. Oh,
listen,
boy.
Oh
boy.
True story. True story. I swear. Ever since the draft, ever since I got in like my teams chat and all this and that, I ain't been on Xbox much. I haven't been responding to everybody on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest. I just been chilling. Ever since that, I just been chilling.
Jeez, I was like, I messaged this man. It would be like days later. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, he said he wasn't gonna change up. You got where he came from. I see. Oreo, I wish you the best of luck, bro. You know, if you ever need anything, I'm there. But, you know, go out, get that Rookie of the Year. Go get, you know, retained. And then send me my jersey. I'll be happy.
See your jersey. Yeah, all right. Appreciate y'all, man. I ain't got no problem coming over here anytime.
Appreciate you coming on, Oreo.
All right, Rod.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Yep.
Good luck this year. Win that title.
Chocolate for you.
All right, so that was Oreo, power forward, center, lock, shooting guard, whatever you want to call him, of the Cleveland Cavaliers, first round pick this year in the 2K League draft. Rookie of the Year coming soon. I mean, everyone kind of, that watched Oreo grow from 18 to now that he's in the league, you kind of have a feeling that he's going to go in there and show out no matter how big the spotlight is, because the spotlight's never big to Oreo. He definitely shines. He shines when the lights are the brightest.
Yeah, he's going to be in the league for many, many years. Just off his personality, we all know how he can play. He's a great player. He's one of the best power forward centers in 2K. But just his energy and just his content-wise, when they start rolling with that and really get into that content scene, he's gonna be in the league for many years. I can see him eventually, if not this year. I think Fab is the face of the Cavaliers. That's his team. Just personality-wise, I feel like a little bit down the road, God willing, Oreo's still in the league, he will be a face of a franchise, no doubt.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I know one day I'm gonna get an Oreo jersey. I don't care if I gotta pay for it or what. I'm gonna have a signed Oreo jersey. He's by far my favorite player in the league. I mean, I've said it before on the stream. I've said it to Oreo. He's my favorite player that I got to play with from 2K18 up. He's the player I hated the most playing against.
I know I got to become a Cavs fan all over again. Savage left, and now I was teeter-tottering, and then I got to come back and be a Cavs fan. I got my Cavs hoodie upstairs, so I'm good.
I don't have anything to add besides tomorrow. Joe, you might actually want to grab your seat real quick. Tomorrow, as long as everything goes as planned, Mr. Too Chill on Twitter is coming on to tell me and debate that Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard of all time.
Too chill who?
Too chill.
Too chill, huh? Oh. He's going to come on and debate if Westbrook is a top 5 point guard.
Not if. He's saying Westbrook is a top 5 point guard of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
I'm sorry, I skipped over it. He's saying he's a top 5 point guard of all time. Yeah, I might have to be in on that little debate because that's nonsense.
This is going to happen tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern, p.m.
I'm just going to say this one thing I'm not going to say anymore. Just because he had a triple-double, whatever, he doesn't make him a top 5 point guard of all time. That's it, okay? And I'll save them all.
All right, so
I agree.
So as of right now, the idea is at 9 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night, Too Chill will be joining the show. We will have a debate on why he believes Russell Wilson is a top 5 point guard of all time and why Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry.
Also, can I add another thing? Russell Westbrook doesn't define himself with championships. He said on ESPN. He doesn't care about championships. That's all. Not my top 5.
So a top 5 point guard of all time for Russell Westbrook. Chill will be debating that with me while I sit here and say that Russell Westbrook is probably a top 50 point guard of all time. Not taking anything away from the way that he plays. He just doesn't fit my mold of a guard, and he has no championships, and he is, he's crumbled in the playoffs, but he's also he's played with a guy named KD who's disappeared in the playoffs too. So Brooklyn is building a team around a guy that disappears in the playoffs as well. He's the Grim Reaper in the regular season, and he's the ghost of Christmas past in the playoffs because you cannot find him.
Really? Because pretty sure he had a pretty dominant performance in the championship series. But I can
What happened in OKC?
I don't care what happened to OKC. That's a young Kevin Durant.
They had a 3-1 lead and they lost it to Golden State.
He has rings. Yeah, there's a lot of teams that had a 3-1 lead and got reverse swept.
So
you know what I mean, reverse loss. But the fact is, he has rings. He is probably one of the best scorers in the NBA.
He might be one of the best scorers of all time.
Yes, you can debate that as well.
I gotta watch what I say, because if this ever gets to Kevin Durant, I might have some DMs thrown my way.
You just get blocked. Just get blocked.
He'll never come on the show now. He'll never come on the show.
Just block.
He's softer than toilet paper, bro.
Kevin Durant he had a dominant performance in the championship series, and LeBron James won it. No parts of him. We all saw that. So I don't want to hear that. He's a ghost of Christmas. Nothing. He's a champion.
He is a champion, but there are some other champions. But yeah, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 Chill is supposed to be joining the show. Talk Russell Westbrook and debate if he is top 5 all time in Chill's eyes. And that is our only show for the weekend right now. So if we do not have anything besides tomorrow night, we will be back Monday covering football. Our new schedule, if anybody has not seen up to now, Mondays are our football days, and Tuesdays we are covering the NHL and the NBA. When it comes to the NHL, predominantly we are going to cover the Flyers and their downfall to being one of the worst teams in the NHL. Coming from Rob and I are both Flyers fans. When it comes to the NBA, we will touch on teams that give the Sixers a run for their money and the possibility of knocking them out of playoff contention. Well, not playoff contention, but knocking them out of the playoffs, a.k.a. the Brooklyn Nets. And after watching Milwaukee a couple games in a row, Milwaukee does look a little bit scarier than people are talking about. Wednesdays is now a baseball day. We're covering the MLB. Yesterday, check out on our YouTube, our buddy Kyle came on. He did his power rankings preseason. We had some baseball today. So that's going to be on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays is really going to be our 2K days, where we're going to dive in. If you don't know, ENG and myself have put together a tournament called The Culture. The Culture is going to be ran. Hopefully, sign-up started tonight, and I want to get them done by Sunday so we can get the brackets out Sunday night and get everything rolling by Monday.
The graphic is out.
The graphic is out, and then I made another graphic on top of the graphic, and Jelly's making fun of it because there's bubbles, and it's terrible looking. Yeah, the idea is to have that sign-up period done by Sunday, so Monday, when Monday rolls around, we could get you guys actually starting to play these games. So when Thursday comes around, Thursday being our 2K day, we're going to be able to dive into it, commentate a few games, talk to a few guys that are playing in it. Again, this tournament is going to be a bi-weekly tournament, and I want to be able to give the players a platform to come on and speak their minds, show who they are outside of the game, allow you guys to grow, allow coaches, GMs, and scouts to see, maybe this person can be a face of a franchise in a league on top of the way he is talented. So that's something that I'm going to be running. And Friday through Sunday, we are open. It's going to be interviews. Unless there's a big UFC fight coming up, we will cover that on a Friday night going into Saturday. But we're leaving weekends open for anybody that wants to come on and interview. Just come in, chit-chat, bullshit, whatever you want to do. We're always open to it. Rob and I are very flexible when it comes to times, especially on the weekends. You just got to hit me on Twitter at mhathaway23. That's MHATHAWAY, the number 2, the number 3. I will respond to DMs. I will follow back. But that is our schedule moving forward. I know I touched on that on Monday. I don't believe there's anything else I'm missing. Rob, is there anything I'm missing?
Nope, you got it all.
Jill, do you have anything you want to say before we wrap up tonight?
No, I'm good.
Rob, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up tonight?
Go Cavs.
Go Cavs Legion. Go Oreo. But until tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Philly Frenzy out.